Hey guys, hope you're well, hope you're all having a great day. For those of you that don't follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, let me introduce myself. My name is Ben. I run a company called Geelong Cable Locations, and I just wanted to show you this job I'm on at the moment. We're out on site. We've been doing all the locating down that way and all up this way, and we're doing the potholing, digging down and exposing where the underground services are. And I've got the opportunity to show you a system of locating, and I thought this is a great chance now that I've got the services exposed. So if you see down the bottom, down there, that pipe right there, the grey one, it looks sort of grey in colour, that is a gas main. So there is a gas main that we've been locating and potholing the whole way down there, and as I say, the whole way up there. Now, when it comes to locating, the best way to locate something is to hook onto it using your induction clamp, or better still, bot onto it using your alligator clips. So you bot onto one end with that, you put the other end into the ground, into the soil, and set up an earth, and that's how you trace it. That's the best way to locate something, ideally. This gas main, unfortunately, we couldn't, before we exposed it, we couldn't hook onto it anyway. There was no way to hook onto it. So all we did is called induction method or spillage mode. In America, they call it induction. In Australia, we call it spillage. It means the same thing. Basically, what you do is you grab your transmitter, put it down on top of where you think the gas main is. Generally, you get an offset from the house or from the property line. So we've got an offset from the fence, or where the fence should be. Put the transmitter down, and then you walk along with your locator and mark it. The issue generally with this method is that you don't get a good depth. But I challenge that theory. I say it myself to a lot of customers that when I give depth without hooking onto it, it's only a guide. I would like to hook onto stuff that could have issues. Out here, it's been brilliant. Now, before we start, let me just explain, guys, I don't do training. I don't offer training. We don't sell training. We don't do courses. We don't offer any of these services. Often I'll do videos like this and people say, how can I learn from you? Or what are you selling? Or any of this? I'm not selling anything. I just want to show you an example of how it works and how you go through it. But let me just clarify, I'm not selling anything. But if you are a locator, if you want to do this professionally, or even if you want to do it for your own business, I highly recommend you get professional training. There are a lot of companies out there now, a lot of courses that offer good courses on how to locate. You still need experience, you still need to go out and do it properly. But yeah, I just want to put that caveat in there, that I'm not selling anything. I don't give any training, other than my own guys that I train, obviously, that I'll spend 6 months or so training them, or probably more. Anyway, all right, so let me run through how to locate this gas main. Actually, before we do that, let's measure it. Let's see exactly how deep this gas main really is. Where are we? 900. Give or take 10 mil here or there. Let's say 900 mil deep. So let's run a little experiment and let's see how we go. Now I'm going to shake a little bit, because I know the gas main is here because I located it before. But let's put it back on top. Turn on. What frequency are we going to go on? Yeah, let's leave it at 83, 50%. That's fine. 83, good. All right, so we know it's 900 mil deep. What does the locator tell us? Locator tells us it's 5.8, what's that, 5.9, it's bouncing a bit. What's happening is, let's just turn this off for a sec. Look at the distance we are from the receiver to the transmitter. We are too close. We're transmitting via the air to the receiver. We're not actually transmitting onto the ground, onto the pipe. So it still does make you think you're locating it because you're going like that, but all we're doing is getting a signal straight from there, straight over to it, rather than onto the pipe itself. Let's leave that there where it is for a moment. Let's go for a walk up this way. And there we go. Have a look at that, 1 meter. That is more like it. So I reckon it's probably a touch shallower than that. Oh, there we go, now at 900. Again, the ground conditions could change. It might be up 100 mil or so up here. But look how far we are from that transmitter. Now you may say that it might have been deeper in the section here. So let's do the same experiment again and go the other way where we've already exposed it. I could go up that way, but it's a bit further to walk. right there, 1.1 meters deep. Now let's, same experiment again. All right, so we're straight on top of it. Now let's see what depth it tells us at the actual pothole itself. And there we go, spot on. So you notice the only difference is we're still at the same spot. The only difference is we've moved the transmitter further back. So it's a mistake a lot of people make, is that they'll transmit the signal through the air, airborne, rather than down in the ground. And it's a simple thing of just moving your transmitter further away. All right, let's just try again. All we've done is just move down, further down to another hole. Should be exactly the same, but I'll show you. So look how close we are. Let's turn this go back on. Now you see the pipe in there is about the same depth. I actually know it's 900 because I measured it before. Actually, have a look. Have a look over here. When we located it last time, we even said 0.9 deep. Anyway, let's get back to what the locator tells us over here. And here we go, the locator's smart enough to realise we are too close. So the locator, yeah, see how it's smart enough to realise that. Let's go back a bit. Let's actually, what have we got here? There we go, 0.9 deep. That's from last week, or I think it was 2 weeks ago now. That's why the paint marks are starting to go. Let's see what the locator tells us. There we go, locator's telling us it is 5.4 meters deep. And why? Because we are too close. So again, if I move the transmitter back over there to there again, or I moved it back over to the other spot, I'd be able to get the depth at 900, which is what I did originally. So all I want to do is just show you that you can get good depths just by spillage mode or just by induction mode, simply by putting the transmitter down. But there are some skills to it. Oh, not skills, there are some techniques to it that you're just going to be aware of. And the common example is this, that you've got to be a fair distance away from it. You can't be too close to it. All right guys, so that's it. Just wanted to quickly show you while we've got the pipe exposed and while it's pretty quiet out here. It was windy before, it's actually not that bad now. So it's a good opportunity to show you, just an experiment to show that spillage mode does work, but techniques you got to use and systems you got to put in place to make sure you're doing it the right way. Hope you've enjoyed this video. So for those of you that don't follow me, look, we Instagram stories we do every single day. We do a few posts on Instagram as well. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn. No doubt you'll follow me on one of these channels at the moment. You're watching this on one of these channels at the moment. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like this sort of stuff, feel free to subscribe and follow me for this stuff a bit more often. As I say, I don't teach this sort of things. I only want to show, the idea of me showing you this is so that you realise, for those of you that do locating, realise techniques you got to do yourself so you get better results. And for those of you that don't do locating, so you understand that this is why you hire a professional, because this is the results you get. You want to hire someone that understands why the locator is doing what it's doing and how to avoid it and how to get good results out of it. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, guys, you take care and we'll talk soon. Bye.